Hello, all my wonderful brothers and brothers of the Maverick Nation, and, some things are going to be changing here in the Maverick Nation, as, you may or may not know. Hmm, I'm going to be having a Slenderman what if, and I'm going to have a Joker what if. Yes, a Slenderman, a Joker, a Slenderman what if, a Joker what if, and a third what if, which I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that one yet, but oh, I can assure you it will be a villain Deku what if. The third one will be. And then there's two more, which are actually going to be like freaking remakes, redos, reimaginings, however you want to call it, of two past what ifs that I've done before. Technically, the one that I was talking about well, basically, there is the Air Sans what if that I did, and there is the Hollow what if that I did. Not Ukiyo or just Hollow in general. There are those two, and I'm planning on like doing like remakes, redos. I don't freaking know of them, and I'm kind of just going to do something like that about them. You know, something like that. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a Joker what if, and I'm also going to be doing a Slenderman what if. And I'm sort of thinking about doing like a villain like Deku what if. Like sort of like a redo of my villain Deku what if. Villain Izuku what if. But in a different light, I guess. I'm not sure about that really. That's the only one I'm really not all that sure about how that would even go, how I would even be able to do that. However, I plan to start here with the Slenderman what if. What if Deku was Slenderman? Now, I don't mean in the traditional sense, like he's not going to be going out in the forest and killing people who are trying to find his notes, trying to find his grocery list. Not in the traditional sense of Slender Man, in that way, but not in that way, but and I'll basically run you through it as we go along, how things are gonna be. However, what I will tell you guys is that whenever Izuku is born, he has like pale AF skin, he has white hair, and he has like shiny silver eyes that have like just a little bit of blue in them. Like and like the blue like dies out like as he gets older. And so just yeah, Izuku, you know, basically Inko and Hasashi are going to be like, "What's this? This is like some sort of manifestation of his quirk, like early on." And the doctors would be like, um, we aren't really sure. We don't really know anything about this. This just like came out of nowhere. We have no idea what's going on here. Man, Mr. and Mrs. Midoriya. They're just like, We have no idea, absolutely 100% no idea. Like, we even ran DNA scans and, like, we got zilch. Nothing, nada, nothing. And as Izuku is growing up, several things that is, like, realized is the blue is finally completely gone from his eyes. His eyes are just that shiny silver. And Izuku, he has a hard time making friends. A really hard time. And Izuku is actually, he's not really shy, but he's just not really a people person. But he doesn't really want to say it to people because he doesn't want to hurt their feelings. He doesn't even really want to say the kind of person that he is to his parents because he doesn't want to even know what they would do if they knew that he had that kind of mentality of just not wanting to be around people, just wanting to be off by himself and not be bothered by anyone, ever. He's just really off to his lonesome, and he doesn't really seem to be bothered by it, by that fact. He actually really seems to like, his alone time. And then there's school. Izuku is just like, whenever it's school, he has to talk to other people. He's just like, is like, social ability with him is like freaking water to the signs aliens. Like, it's just, he hates socializing with people because nobody gets him. He just wants to be left to his own devices. He doesn't really want to interact with anyone because no one understands. Half the time he barely understands, what's going on with himself. He feels like he's a mistake that he should have never been onto this earth. And, nothing is being done about it, so, he'll just be off to himself for as long as he can do that. Without real life things, getting in the way, school, and people like Kachan, and, Kachan Bakugo would just be like, hey, nerd. And he would have a special reason to call, Izuku a nerd in this because, his nose is always in a book. Like, he really doesn't even want to make eye contact with people. He really just does not like people. And Izuku was just like Bakugo is just like, hey, nerd! And they just like flings an explosion over at him. And Izuku's like, him again. And then all of a sudden, wait, what's that warm ball of... And then he's like, oh shit! And he just gets smacked in the face by a giant explosion. And Bakugo is just like, that's what you get, nerd. And Izuku is just like, you... And, Bakugo just realized that all he really did was singe Izuku's clothes. For some reason, Izuku seems to have, like, super durability. And on top of that, he's, like, doing some sort of weird puppeteer shit. And he's just like, like Bakugo is just running at him, like throwing out explosives, and then all of a sudden, like freaking like blink speed, like Izuku gets over there right in front of Kachan's face, and it's just like, "Hey Kachan, you want to know what my quirk is and what it does?" And Bakugo's like, "Wait, this he never talks this much to anyone, unless it's like to tell them to piss off, like that shit." And basically, Izuku's like, "It's called proxy, and well." You're about to see exactly what it does. You're about to see why you should be afraid of me. And Izuku's silver eyes start to glow red. And now Bakugo is like hallucinating shit, like his worst fears. And then all of a sudden, like some tentacles, like black as night tentacles, just start spreading out of Izuku's back. And he's like, "You shouldn't have done that, Sean. Now it's fair game." And right as he's about to like rip like Bakugo's face off, because he like tangling him up in all like the freaking tentacles, and he's about to rip his freaking face off. Like he's like all of the staff are just like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 calm down, this shit, calm down." As you all know, quirks aren't supposed to be used. And, like that whole rule about quirk usage and non-usage, like that shit. And Izuku's just like, "Fine." And then his eyes stop glowing. Basically, they stop glowing, and like the tentacles recede back into his like spine, and then like it's just like Bakugo drops to the ground because he was like in the middle of the air a few seconds ago, and so he's just like, "Fuck." What was that? Damn nerd. That's Kachan. It's my quirk, Proxy. You almost got the worst end of it, too. You're very lucky they actually care about you. Otherwise, you would have ended up dead. That would have been a shame for it to just end so easily. And Bakugo's like, "What do you mean, it?" And Izuku's like, "The game. The thrill of the chase." Tell you what, I want to make this interesting. If you can actually make it into the hero school with me, as I'll also be planning to do the same, and survive, I'll make it up to you by, I don't know, getting rid of myself, so that you no longer have to listen to me. How about that? And Bakugo's like, "So all I have to do is do exactly what I'm trying to do, and actually succeed, and you'll kill yourself for me. That's what you're saying." And Izuku's just like, "Crystal as can be. Crystal clear as can be, Kachan. Crystal clear as can." And Bakugo's just like, well then. And just like, boom. Just like, shake of hands. Like, the deal with the devil. It's like, Bakugo now he's basically just going to have to survive in order for, like, him, like, to, you know, it's just the thing. Izuku mentions one little afterthought. But if you fail, Bakugo's like, wait, what? If you fail, you're mine forever to play with for however long I wish to keep you alive. You will be my proxy. So, it is either you become a hero or you become my toy. And now Kachan just realizes how big of a mistake he has just made. You know, it's just like freaking Bakugo is just like he's just like he didn't ask for this. Anyways, that's where I'm gonna leave that off because the Dark Shadow Maverick is at like Alonso Yanadel says the Dark Shadow Maverick is OUT out of here. Yeah boys. Bye.